the beginning of the story, we're introduced to Baidi City, where our protagonist is fully prepared for his long-awaited breakthrough. He's confident that once he succeeds, he'll finally ascend and become immortal. Unfortunately, he has no idea that his disciples have completely different plans. After achieving his breakthrough, Chen dreams of settling down with one of his beloved disciples and living a peaceful life together. But while he's busy chasing that dream, his own disciples are secretly plotting against him. Before he can complete his breakthrough, his favorite disciple suddenly launches a devastating attack, leaving him critically injured. Then, with a sweet smile on her face, she says, "Master, please give your life for me." But she's not the only one with a surprise. Chen was furious at her betrayal and prepares to teach her a lesson. However, that's when the real twist begins. Another disciple suddenly thrusts her hand straight through his chest. Laughing, she says, "Master, did you enjoy our little joke? Everything you taught us? We're going to use it against you." As death approaches, Chen asks them one final question. "I never treated any of you badly. When you had nothing to eat, I fed you. When you had no clothes to wear, I clothed you. I gave you everything I had. So why repay my kindness with betrayal?" Then, gathering the last of his strength, he declares, "Today, I won't let a single one of you leave alive." But before he can act, another voice echoes from above. "The show's not over yet, Master." In the next instant, an even more terrifying attack crashes down on him. Chen immediately realizes that the attacker is none other than his third disciple. As he's being beaten down by the very disciples he raised, only one thought crosses his mind. Maybe I should have taken in Ronaldo fan as my disciple. At least one of them would have stayed loyal. Despite everything, he suddenly bursts into laughter. His disciples think the beating has finally driven him insane. Then Chen grins and says, "Surprise, surprise. You played a game with me. Now it's my turn to play one with all of you." The moment he finishes speaking, he begins self-destructing. His disciples assume he's too old and weak to pose any real threat anymore. But the instant the overwhelming power inside him erupts, panic spreads across everyone's faces. In one final act of vengeance, Chen detonates himself with such terrifying force that he destroys the entire planet along with him. The next moment, he opens his eyes. To his surprise, he's alive. But after looking outside, he quickly realizes that the world has completely fallen apart. He's been reborn into a zombie apocalypse. Everywhere he looks, zombies roam the streets. As he takes in his surroundings, one question keeps bothering him. I gave my disciples everything: food, clothes, shelter, everything they could ever need. So why did they betray me? After a moment, he pushes those thoughts aside. Instead of dwelling on the past, he decides to make a comeback like a true legend. He tells himself, if I conquered the world once before, then conquering it again is only a matter of time. Filled with confidence, Chen immediately sits down to cultivate. But in less than 5 seconds, he realizes something is terribly wrong. At first, he assumes the body he's reincarnated into belonged to a complete loser. Someone so weak that he couldn't even sense spiritual energy. However, he soon realizes he judged the original owner unfairly. The real problem is that this world doesn't have any spiritual energy at all. Without spiritual energy, cultivation is impossible. And without cultivation, Chen is basically like a pizza without cheese, capable of nothing despite wanting to do everything. Just then, 2 people walk into the house. Judging by her appearance, the girl seems to be this body's girlfriend. Well, girlfriend only in name. She's actually brought her new boyfriend to Chen's house. Even though the outside world is collapsing under a zombie apocalypse, this guy only has one thing on his mind. The two become so busy fooling around that they completely ignore the injury on the man's hand. Moments later, he transforms into a zombie. Seeing her new boyfriend turn into a monster, the girl panics and desperately tries to escape. Hearing the commotion outside, Chen walks toward the door. Thanks to the previous owner's memories, he already knows this woman had been cheating on him. When he opens the door, he finds her in terrible condition. She screams, "Please help me. That bastard is going to eat me." Chen calmly replies, "She may be calling, but I'm definitely not going." Then he simply stands there and watches the entire show unfold. His so-called girlfriend keeps begging for help, and even tries using sweet words to convince him. But Chen ignores her as effortlessly as people skip YouTube ads, and calmly shuts the door in her face. After witnessing everything, he realizes one thing. If he doesn't become powerful in this world, sooner or later he'll end up as zombie food. So, he tries cultivating once again. As he examines his body, he discovers something unbelievable. The weapons and treasures he had stored inside his personal space in his previous life have actually come with him into this new world. Maybe these artifacts can help him regain his strength. He tries summoning one of his most powerful treasures, but instead, a low-grade soul banner appears. His mood instantly crashes. Throwing it aside in disappointment, he says, "Seriously? Out of all my treasures, this piece of junk is the only thing that came with me? You could have at least given me something useful. Just then, a system activates. It says, "Kid, you're seriously underestimating me. You need spiritual energy to become stronger, right? I can provide you with as much as you need. Every zombie you kill will have its soul absorbed by this soul banner. It'll convert their soul power into spiritual energy and transfer it directly to you." Hearing this, Chen can't hide his excitement. He knows he's hit the jackpot. After all, this world is overflowing with zombies. He could kill them all day long and still never run out of targets. Just as he's imagining how quickly he'll become powerful again, the zombies outside suddenly begin pounding on the door like maniacs. As our hero opens the door, he says, "You guys seriously have no manners." With that, he thrusts his soul banner straight through both zombies, just like his disciple had pierced his chest before. The banner completely drains their energy. Smiling, Chen says, "Your lives were worthless to me, but at least your deaths turned out to be useful." He absorbs the energy stored inside the soul banner and refines it into his own body, successfully breaking through to the chi refining realm. Outside, people are running around in panic, desperately trying to survive. Meanwhile, Chen realizes that his current body is still far too weak. "I need to level up this soul banner as quickly as possible. Otherwise, I won't survive in this world." Just then, a zombie leaps onto a chubby girl. Apparently, even zombies know how to get the biggest meal with the least effort. In desperation, the girl shoves the woman beside her toward the zombie and runs away without looking back. Chen was shocked. The girl who was pushed to the ground looks exactly like his former disciple Wang Chu. Confused, he wonders, what is Wang Chu doing in this world? Deciding to find out, he rushes over and wipes out all the nearby zombies within minutes before helping her up. Looking at her, he says, "You were once powerful enough to nearly kill me with a single attack. So how did you end up struggling against an ordinary zombie? You've truly disappointed me." The girl stares at him in confusion. "Who is this guy? What is he talking about? We've never even met before. So how does he know my name?" After catching her breath, she politely says, "Thank you so much for saving my life, but I don't remember ever meeting you before." Chen immediately becomes suspicious. "Nice try. I'm not falling for such an obvious act." Wang Chu shakes her head. "I think you've mistaken me for someone else, but first, we should get out of here. We can sort everything out later." Now Chen was completely confused. She looks exactly like his disciple. She even has the same name. The only explanation he can think of is that she somehow lost all her memories after arriving in this world. That's why she's treating him like a complete stranger. Just as he's about to examine her more closely, his stomach suddenly growls. And just like that, the conversation shifts to a much more important topic. Food. Wang Chu says, "There's a shopping mall nearby. We should be able to find something to eat there. I was already heading that way anyway. Why don't you come with me?" Seeing her beautiful smile, Chen temporarily forgets about the betrayal. The two of them head toward the shopping mall together. Along the way, Chen thinks, maybe she really has lost her memories. But even if she remembers nothing, I remember everything. She betrayed me, and she'll eventually pay for it. She rejected my love, now she'll witness my revenge. As they get closer to the mall, Wang Chu suddenly asks, "I completely forgot to ask, what's your name?" Chen studies her expression carefully. She doesn't even look like she's acting. Did she really forget my name? Or is she simply another girl named Wang Chu, who just happens to look exactly like my disciple? He replies, "My name is Chen." At the same time, he thinks, now I'll find out whether she's really my former disciple or not. And if she is, then her life is about to become very difficult. After entering the mall, they discover dozens of zombies peacefully feasting inside. The sight terrifies Wang Chu. Where did all these zombies come from? Suddenly, a powerful mutant zombie appears and effortlessly slaughters the other zombies. Instead of panicking, Chen smiles. "Looks like I'm about to collect a lot of spiritual energy." Terrified, Wang Chu urges him, "Let's get out of here." But Chen calmly pulls out his soul banner and says, "I don't fear anyone, so why would I be afraid of a mere zombie?" He summons two zombie servants from inside the soul banner and orders them, "Go, kill every last one of them." His undead servants quickly wipe out the ordinary zombies. However, when they face the powerful mutant, Chen immediately realizes they're still too weak. Without hesitation, he recalls both zombies. That mutant is dangerous. Even I need to be careful fighting it. The first zombie servant charges forward, only to be crushed by the mutant with a single attack. Fortunately, the second servant was much smarter. It slips behind the mutant and bites deeply into its neck, turning the battle in Chen's favor. Chen walks over, absorbs the mutant's energy, and adds it to his growing army of undead servants. The system immediately notifies him, "Hunt 2 more mutant zombies and you'll reach level 3. Chen smiles. "The zombie I absorbed earlier barely had any energy, but if I keep hunting powerful mutants like this, I'll become strong in no time." Wang Chu watches everything with admiration and showers him with compliments. Seeing how naive she acts, Chen finally reaches a conclusion. There's no way she's my disciple. My Wang Chu was incredibly clever, but this girl looks like an airhead. Just then, the people who had been hiding throughout the mall finally come out. They cheer excitedly. We survived. Wang Chu happily says, now we don't have to worry anymore. There's plenty of food here. We can easily survive for at least a month. Before she can celebrate any further, one of the survivors interrupts her. Who do you think you are, talking about sharing the supplies? We got here first. Everything in this mall belongs to us. We won't even give you a single grain of rice. Their rude attitude makes Wang Chu furious. But Chen calmly says, some people only understand force. Besides, chameleons get a bad reputation for changing colors, when humans are far better at it. Wang Chu protests, but we're the ones who killed the monsters. We earned all of this. They're treating us unfairly. What she doesn't realize is that Chen has no intention of backing down. He's not the kind of person who walks away just because someone tells him to. He knows exactly how to take what's rightfully his. The opposing group grows even more irritated and says, do whatever you want. You're not getting anything from us. Chen was thoroughly annoyed by their arrogance. He summons his newly captured mutant zombie and calmly orders, there's too much trash here. Time to start cleaning. Kill them all. The moment everyone sees the mutant, they immediately panic. They fall to their knees and begin begging for mercy. Unfortunately for them, Chen isn't interested in forgiveness. He has them slaughtered without hesitation. Afterward, he turns toward the remaining survivors with a smile and asks, does anyone else have a problem? If you've got something to say, now's your chance. After witnessing the massacre, not a single person dares to open their mouth. Chen then turns to Wang Chu and says, looks like no one here has any complaints anymore. Take whatever you need. While packing supplies, Wang Chu's kind-hearted nature starts to show. She looks at Chen and asks, aren't you taking anything? You haven't picked up a single item. Chen replies, I brought you with me for a reason. I saved your life, so carrying these supplies is your way of repaying me. Deep down, however, he's thinking, I'm not letting you out of my sight just yet. I still need to confirm whether you're really Wang Chu or not. Wang Chu quickly begins packing supplies for him without complaining. Watching her, Chen thinks, maybe it's just a coincidence that they look alike. My disciple was a cunning fox, but this girl is as innocent as a rabbit. They can't possibly be the same person. Once they're done filling their bags, Wang Chu says, let's head back. Ignoring her suggestion, Chen walks in the opposite direction. Follow me. We're going hunting for more zombies. As the two leave, the remaining survivors begin grumbling among themselves. Those two have gone too far. Once the authorities arrive to rescue us, we'll definitely report them. Soon, everyone starts dividing the remaining supplies among themselves. Little do they know, death is already standing right behind them. They had planned to betray Chen, but Chen had already planned ahead. Before leaving, he secretly ordered his zombie servants to stay behind. The survivors happily continue sharing the supplies and acting friendly with one another. Then, suddenly, the zombies appear behind them as if to say, hold on a second. Let us join in on the fun too. For some reason, the moment everyone sees the zombies, they scream in terror and run for their lives. But no one can outrun fate. Within moments, the zombies massacre every last one of them. Because all of those people die under his control, Chen receives a massive amount of spiritual energy. As he absorbs it, he thinks, I've gathered quite a bit of energy now, and I can already control 3 powerful zombie servants. But if I'm ever surrounded by a huge horde, things could still become dangerous. Meanwhile, Wang Chu silently follows him. He keeps teasing her and making her carry all the luggage, yet she doesn't leave because she has nowhere else to go. Soon, they arrive at a school campus. The moment Wang Chu sees the massive crowd of zombies in the schoolyard, she freezes. She doesn't even have the courage to take another step. Chen tries to encourage her forward, but Wang Chu immediately stops him. There are way too many zombies here. If they notice us, we're dead. Instead of staying quiet, Chen deliberately starts making noise. Apparently, he enjoys attracting attention. His actions immediately draw the zombies toward them. Then he summons his zombie servants, who begin tearing through the horde one after another. Watching him fight, Wang Chu says, you're seriously terrifying. As they continue forward, Chen keeps wondering, how did everyone in this world suddenly turn into monsters? Just then, they hear people shouting for help from behind. Wang Chu frowns. That voice sounds familiar. Looking back, they see 3 people desperately struggling against a group of zombies. Just by looking at their faces, it's obvious they're barely hanging on. They throw every martial arts move they know at the zombies. Yet they still can't kill even a single one. Wang Chu recognizes them immediately. I know those 3, but what are they doing here? Chen notices her expression and asks, why do I get the feeling you want me to save them? Wang Chu quickly grabs his arm. No, we can just ignore them. We don't have to help. Chen smiles. Really? Those are your classmates. Isn't helping them the right thing to do? She sighs. If I were strong enough, I definitely would. But right now, I can't risk putting you in danger. At the same time, she's secretly trying to sneak away before the zombies notice them. Seeing her reaction, Chen finally becomes convinced. She definitely isn't my disciple. Their personalities are completely different. Meanwhile, the three classmates were completely surrounded by zombies. They desperately call out to Wang Chu for help. She pretends not to hear them. Instead, she says, if they keep screaming like that, the zombies will come after us too. And just as she finishes speaking, every nearby zombie immediately turns towards Chen and Wang Chu. Tears well up in Wang Chu's eyes. Chen, I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. Now I've dragged you into this too. What she doesn't realize is that Chen has gotten into far worse situations before. He calmly says, so these little bugs think they can kill me? With that, he summons all three of his zombie servants and gives them a single command. Kill every last one of them. His loyal zombies immediately charge into battle. As the zombies begin dying, it almost seems like their final complaint is that they were betrayed by members of their own kind. Soon, the remaining zombies attack together as one united force. Their teamwork proves surprisingly effective. Two of Chen's zombie servants were quickly destroyed. Seeing this, even Chen realizes something important. Unity is strength. And right now, that strength could become a serious problem for me. Wang Chu anxiously asks, can I do anything to help? Chen quickly replies, find something that can make a loud noise. That's the only way we're getting out of this. Without hesitation, Wang Chu hands him her phone. Chen stares at the strange object in confusion. He has absolutely no idea what a smartphone is. Wang Chu quickly plays some music. The loud sound immediately attracts every zombie nearby. Instead of chasing them, the entire horde begins following the phone. Chen grins. What an incredible artifact. Thinking it's some kind of magical treasure, he throws the phone like a ball. The zombies rush after it as if they were fielders chasing a catch. What they don't realize is that Chen has already sent his strongest mutant zombie after the phone. The mutant leaps into the air, catches it, and throws it even farther away. Chen gives a simple command. Finish them. The mutant immediately obeys and begins slaughtering the distracted zombies. Watching everything unfold, Wang Chu says in amazement, you're incredible. Chen grabs her hand and says, I know, but right now, getting out of here is more important. The two successfully make it inside the school building. Wang Chu was completely exhausted. She can barely stand anymore. Grateful to be alive, she sincerely thanks Chen for saving her. A short while later, the rest of her classmates also managed to escape into the building. They happily shout, we finally made it. Then one of them notices the bags full of supplies Wang Chu is carrying. Everyone was thrilled. They already have shelter and clothes. Thanks to Wang Chu, they finally have food as well. However, Wang Chu immediately stops them. This food doesn't belong to me. Chen is the one who earned all of it, so I can't give it away without his permission. The moment they hear that, everyone's expressions turn sour. One of them reminds her, didn't school teach us that food should be shared? The moment food showed up, you started talking about what's yours and what's ours. Before the argument escalates, another classmate steps in. Let's not fight here. We'll discuss everything inside the classroom. He also invites Chen to join them. As they walk toward the classroom, Wang Chu quietly says, I knew they'd react like this. Don't worry, I won't let anyone take what you worked so hard for. Chen calmly replies, I'm not as petty as those people who reveal their true colors over a little food. But in his mind, he's curious about something else. He wants to see how Wang Chu plans to stop her own friends from taking the food. Wang Chu tells Chen, there are several teachers inside the classroom. They won't let anyone cause trouble. But Chen already knows she's mistaken. In a world like this, there are no longer any students or teachers. There are only survivors. And when survival is at stake, people can sink lower than anyone could imagine. Meanwhile, Wang Chu's classmates have their eyes fixed on the food. One of them whispers, she's carrying enough supplies to last an entire month. Their leader shakes his head. Wang Chu is stubborn. We might be able to persuade her, but what about that guy, Chen? The student with glasses says, there are more of us than them. If they agree to share, great. If not, we'll simply cut them off from the food everyone else gets. Soon, they arrive outside their classroom. One student knocks on the door and says, password, Ninja Hattori. Hearing the password, their teacher unlocks the door. The moment she sees the bags full of food, her face lights up with excitement. Looking around the classroom, Chen thinks, these people are just survivors playing hide-and-seek with death. As expected, someone immediately brings up the idea of dividing the food among everyone. Wang Chu firmly says, you can split half of the supplies among yourselves, but don't even think about touching the other half. That belongs to Chen. A student immediately objects. How much can one person possibly eat? Just sell the rest to us. It'll benefit both of you. Chen instantly realizes that words won't get through to this guy. He needs a reality check. While the student is still staring at the food, Chen's mutant zombie quietly places a hand on his shoulder. The zombie simply meant it as a friendly greeting, but everyone else nearly dies of fright. The entire classroom erupts into chaos. The same people who had been supporting Mingzuan a moment ago immediately start blaming him instead. Chen coldly says, "I've already been in a bad mood because of you. I lost 2 of my zombie servants because of your stupidity, and now you're trying to steal my food too?" Terrified, Mingzuan drops to his knees. "Please forgive me." Chen kicks him to the ground, steps on his chest and says, "I lost 2 souls because of you. Compensation will be paid with a soul." Seeing this, Mingzuan's 2 friends quietly try to slip away. Desperate, he shouts, "Help me." When neither of them moves, he blurts out, "I only did it because they told me to." His friends curse him under their breath. "This bastard's going down, and now he's trying to drag us with him." They immediately raise their hands and surrender. "We had nothing to do with this. It was all Mingzuan's idea." Mingzuan cries out in disbelief. "After everything I did for you guys, you're abandoning me?" Then he turns toward Wangchu. "Please forgive me. We're classmates. Just spare my life this once. I promise I'll never open my mouth again." Chen secretly watches Wangchu's reaction. He thinks, if she were really my former disciple, she'd never let this guy live after what he did. To his surprise, Wangchu forgives Mingzuan. She looks at Chen and pleads, "Please let him go. I promise no one will touch your share of the food." Seeing this completely convinces Chen. "She can't be my disciple. My disciple would never forgive someone after all of this." As he prepares to leave, Chen says, "Your problem is solved now, so I'll be going." But Wangchu suddenly stops him. She reminds him about the strange monster she sensed earlier. "Come with me. I'll take you to where I felt that monster's presence." Chen asks, "Did you actually see it?" She shakes her head. "No, but I felt it. The moment I got close to that area, every hair on my body stood on end." Hearing this, Chen is stunned. His former disciple Wangchu possessed the rare ability to sense unusual spiritual energy. She had been the only person capable of doing that, and now, this Wangchu is claiming she has the exact same ability. A flashback suddenly appears in Chen's mind. It takes him back to the day Wangchu first came to him to become his disciple. Holding a rare treasure in her hands, she asked, "Master, will you accept me as your disciple?" Surprised, Chen asked, "Where did you find this?" She replied, "I was born with a special gift. My body can sense every type of spiritual energy. That's how I found it." Impressed, Chen smiled. "You're incredibly talented. One day you'll surpass even me." The moment she heard those words, she secretly made up her mind. "If I can never surpass you, then I'll kill you before that day ever comes." But outwardly she smiled sweetly and said, "No, master, you saved my life. I could never surpass you. Being able to serve you is more than enough for me." Like anyone else, Chen was fooled by her innocent act. After all, sometimes even the smartest men fall for a pretty smile. He simply smiled and said, "Don't call me senior, call me master." Back in the present, Chen finally reaches a conclusion. "Now I'm 101% certain. She must have lost her memories after coming to this world, but she's definitely Wangchu." His killing intent rises. "I'll kill her here, turn her into one of my zombie servants, and make sure her soul never escapes." Just as he's about to act, Wangchu suddenly grabs his hand. "That monster is heading this way. If you ask me, we should leave immediately." The moment she touches him, Chen suddenly realizes what a huge mistake he was about to make. He laughs at himself. "I was actually about to kill her. She deceived me for years before betraying and murdering me." His expression turns cold. "I'll kill her, but not yet. She betrayed me first. Now I'll return the favor. I'll use her unique ability to locate powerful monsters and zombies. Once I've become strong enough, then I'll kill her at the perfect moment and imprison her soul forever." The scene then shifts outside the school. A mysterious humanoid monster stands there muttering to himself. "There's almost no spiritual energy left in this world. I have to kill humans and absorb their energy. Otherwise, I'll eventually become a mindless monster just like these zombies." With one powerful leap, the creature crashes straight into the classroom. The instant Chen sees it, he realizes this is exactly the monster Wangchu had sensed earlier. The terrified students immediately rush for the exit. Unfortunately, the classroom door was locked. No matter how hard they pull or push, it refuses to open. Wangchu points at the creature and says, "That's the monster that scared me earlier." Chen stares at it in shock. This isn't an ordinary zombie. It's an everlast demon. As the demon walks forward, it mutters, "There's almost no spiritual energy left in this world, and it's crawling with worthless zombies. But the best part is that I can kill humans whenever I want, and those damned everlast cultivators aren't here to interfere." As soon as he finishes speaking, he grabs a survivor as casually as someone picking up a French fry, and devours him. The teacher desperately begs Chen, "Please save us." But Chen coldly refuses. The teacher quickly says, "We'll pay you." Chen calmly replies, "After that monster kills all of you, I'll collect your souls. That'll earn me far more than whatever you could pay." While the demon continues feasting on people like they're potato chips, Chen's mutant zombie suddenly appears behind him and knocks him unconscious with a single blow. Just as the zombie is about to finish him off, the demon wakes up. He lashes out with his long tongue, wrapping it tightly around Chen's skinny zombie and pinning it down. Looking at Chen, the demon grins. "I knew there was another cultivator here. My nose never lies." Before he can say anything else, Chen's zombie slices his tongue clean off. Chen says calmly, "I didn't care that you came here and killed humans. That wasn't my problem. But you made one huge mistake. You dared to disrespect me." He points at his zombie. "Now he's going to keep throwing you around until you're begging for mercy." At the same time, Chen thinks, "This demon is at the Foundation establishment realm. In my previous life, demons like him would wet their pants the moment they saw me. Well, that's a different matter. They didn't wear pants to begin with." Then another thought crosses his mind. "I shouldn't do all the work myself just to save these useless people." He turns toward the survivors. "I need someone to distract that monster. So who's willing to volunteer? If you help me, you'll become part of my team and make me stronger. You probably won't survive, but your friends might. Come on, which one of you is willing to sacrifice yourself?" The moment he asks, everyone's true colors are revealed. The same people who had sworn to live and die together immediately step back. Not a single person volunteers. Chen sighs. "You're all only fit to become monster food. None of you has the courage to fight." Those words sting the teacher's pride. She steps forward and says, "If it means saving my students, I'll do whatever it takes." Just then, Chen notices the pendant hanging around her neck. It isn't an ordinary necklace. It's actually a spirit stone. Seeing his interest, the teacher removes it. "If you want it, you can have it. My father gave it to me years ago. If it can help save everyone here, then it's worth giving up." The moment Chen examines it closely, he's stunned. It's an incredibly rare top-grade Everlast spirit stone. First, an Everlast demon appears. Now a top-grade spirit stone shows up as well. Chen immediately realizes something is seriously wrong. These two worlds have to be connected somehow. He doesn't know exactly how, but he's certain there's a connection. Just then, the system speaks. "If you absorb this spirit stone, your zombie servants will become significantly stronger." Meanwhile, the lizard demon has grown furious after being repeatedly beaten back by Chen's zombie. He sneers, "You're shorter than me. What gives you the confidence to challenge me?" His comment instantly enrages the zombie. It charges forward and unleashes a relentless barrage of attacks. During the fight, the demon suddenly notices something. Chen tricked him. Instead of fighting personally, Chen sent his zombie into battle while quietly sitting down to cultivate. Judging by the amount of energy gathering around him, he's on the verge of another breakthrough. The demon roars and throws a devastating punch, sending the zombie flying across the room. Smirking, he says, "The servant is down. Now it's the master's turn." Before he can attack, Chen suddenly opens his eyes and stands up. He smiles. "Everlast demon, do you have any idea how badly I needed someone like you? From now on, you're joining my army." The demon was horrified. For some reason, he can't even move. Chen's overwhelming pressure completely suppresses him. At that moment, Chen's zombie grabs the demon by the back of the neck as if catching a stray cat. The zombie proudly gestures at itself, almost saying, "You mocked my height earlier. Look again. After Master's breakthrough, I'm stronger than you now." Chen gives a single order, "Kill him." The zombie thrusts its hand straight through the demon's body, lifts him into the air like a basketball, and hurls him across the room. The demon barely manages to survive. Panting, he growls, "I underestimated you. That's why I got beaten so badly. But now, I'm done holding back." He unleashes his true power. A brilliant burst of energy erupts from his body. Using that power, he transforms one of the humans into his servant. The demon laughs. "Now let's see what you can do against someone empowered by me." The possessed human turns out to be Ming Zuan. Without hesitation, he kills his own friends. As they collapse, they stare at him in disbelief. Why? Why would you do this?" They die without getting an answer. Ming Zuan sneers, "When I stood up for all of you, every one of you betrayed me. So when I got the chance, I returned the favor. None of you is leaving here alive." He charges through the classroom at incredible speed, slaughtering everyone in sight. Laughing wildly, he says, "Crushing you all feels amazing." Watching her students die one after another, Teacher Li was devastated. Wang Chu asks, "What happened to Ming Zuan?" Chen immediately understands. That bastard has pledged loyalty to the demon. He's murdering his own classmates just to earn its approval. After a brief pause, he adds to himself, "From the demon's perspective, he's actually doing an excellent job." Unable to watch any longer, Teacher Li steps in front of Ming Zuan to protect the remaining students. He smiles coldly. "Looks like you're in a hurry to die. Fine, I'll grant your wish." Just before his attack lands, Wang Chu jumps in and saves Teacher Li. She quickly says, "Teacher Li, calm everyone down. Chen will definitely save us." Hearing that, Chen thinks to himself, Teacher Li must survive. She may know the truth about these spirit stones, and I need that information. Chen raises his staff and begins absorbing the souls of the dead. Mingzuan watches in shock. What's happening? Chen looks at him coldly. You humiliated me earlier. Now it's time for you to pay the price. Enraged, Mingzuan charges at him, but Chen immediately summons all of his zombie servants. The zombies stare at Mingzuan and say, We were your friends, yet you still murdered all of us. Terrified, Mingzuan backs away. Stay away from me. Don't come any closer. Ignoring his pleas, his zombified classmates attack him without mercy. Meanwhile, the lizard demon sneers. So the kid has a soul staff. Does he really think a cheap artifact like that can defeat me? Chen calmly replies, A true legend once said that a weapon's real strength depends on its wielder. In my hands, even a piece of trash is enough to kill someone like you. As Mingzuan desperately runs away, he cries, Boss, save me. The demon thinks to himself, My luck couldn't be worse. I actually ran into a demonic cultivator. I'd better stall for time and escape, or he'll never let me go. Just then, Mingzuan reaches him. Boss, these people are too dangerous. The demon grabs him by the throat. I gave you power. Now it's time for you to repay the favor. With that, he throws Mingzuan back toward the zombies as bait and prepares to flee. But Chen immediately sees through his plan. He orders all of his zombie servants to attack. One of them leaps directly onto the demon with such overwhelming force that the entire building splits apart from the impact. Next, Chen transforms all of his zombies into rock form, turning them into massive spikes that pin the demon to the ground. Chen says, No matter how hard you try, you won't escape me. The demon roars, Don't get so cocky, human. You'll never defeat me. You don't know this, but I can separate my head from my body. As soon as he says that, his head transforms into a snake-like form and slithers away, abandoning Mingzuan behind. The surviving students glare at Mingzuan. You enjoyed killing our friends, didn't you? Now it's our turn to make you pay. Mingzuan begs, Please, have mercy. But the furious survivors beat him mercilessly. Teacher Li anxiously asks, The demon escaped. What if it comes back to attack us? Chen confidently replies, He won't get away from me. Meanwhile, the demon has already fled a considerable distance. Breathing heavily, he sighs in relief. I finally escaped. That demonic cultivator will never find me now. Then he begins thinking, I need to figure out how that demonic cultivator ended up in this world. It looks like he got caught in the same cosmic current that brought me here. Confident he's safe, he smiles. I've come this far. Finding me should be impossible. Suddenly, Chen's voice echoes behind him. Did you really think running just 1 mile away would save you? No one can escape my divine perception. The demon freezes in shock. How is that possible? You're only at the Foundation Establishment realm. How can your divine perception cover such a huge distance? Chen smiles. Your biggest mistake was thinking you could escape. He immediately orders his zombie servants to attack again. They transform into rock spikes once more, pinning the demon against a wall so he can't move. Then Chen's strongest zombie delivers a devastating blow. Chen says, You thought cutting off your head would let you escape? Let's see you run now. The furious demon snarls, If I'm going down, I'm taking everyone with me. He releases all of his demonic energy, creating dozens of clones that look exactly like him. The demon laughs. You're only this strong because of that staff. Once I kill you, it'll belong to me. Chen simply shakes his head. What an idiot. He actually thinks I'll fall for such an obvious trick. Without hesitation, he thrusts his staff straight through the real demon. The demon stares at him in disbelief. All of my clones had exactly the same power. How did you know which one was real? Instead of answering, Chen activates his staff and begins absorbing the demon's soul. The demon screams, Impossible. How could I lose to someone this weak? I refuse to die by your hands. In desperation, he starts self-destructing. Chen remains calm. None of your tricks will work against me. He releases the full power of his soul. The demon's expression fills with terror. This is the power of a true supreme expert. I made a terrible mistake. I challenged someone I never should have provoked. Lord, please forgive me. Spare my life. But before he can say anything else, Chen's staff completely absorbs his soul. As a result, the soul staff levels up to level 3. Congratulations, you've unlocked a new ability. You can now infuse all of your undead servants with spirit energy, greatly increasing their combat power. Chen smiles. Excellent. With the spirit stone, I can strengthen my undead army even faster. Soon, I'll build an army powerful enough to conquer this world. Then his thoughts shift. Now I need to find out where these spirit stones come from. Once I become strong enough, I'll track down the rest of my former disciples. And that's when their real punishment will begin. The scene shifts back to the school. Teacher Li asks Wang Chu. Chen went after the demon. Do you think he'll be alright? Wang Chu smiles confidently. Don't worry, he's incredibly strong. That demon doesn't stand a chance against him. Teacher Li nods before asking, I'm certain he isn't one of our students. Where did you meet him? Wang Chu explains, I met him while I was searching for food. He saved me from a zombie. But every time I look at him, I feel like we've met somewhere before. Just then, Chen returns. The moment Wang Chu sees him, her face lights up with relief. Noticing her reaction, Chen teases, You're happy to see me. That means you were worried about me. And if you were worried, then you must think I'm weak. He then walks over to Teacher Li and asks, I need more stones like the one you gave me. Where can I find them? Teacher Li replies, My father gave me that spirit stone. If you want to learn more about them, you'll have to ask him. Chen immediately asks, Where is he? Teacher Li hesitates. If you want his location, we'll have to make another deal. I haven't been able to contact my father for 3 days. The last time we spoke, he was trapped somewhere. If you want answers, you'll have to rescue him first. Chen immediately sees through her intentions. So she's using my curiosity to get me to save her father. After thinking for a moment, he smiles. Learning more about the spirit stones is worth a little detour. He finally agrees. Fine, I'll go with you. Then his expression turns ice cold. But if I find out you've lied to me, I won't just kill you. I'll wipe out your entire family. Miss Li nervously says, I understand. I'm sure my father won't disappoint you. She then informs all the students that Chen has agreed to protect them, meaning they can finally leave the school safely. However, a few students turn around and ask, What about the people who already died? Chen thinks to himself, I'll take care of them. They sacrificed their lives, so there's no reason to let them go to waste. With that, he absorbs all of their souls. As a result, he now commands 10 zombies in total. Shocked, Miss Li asks, What did you just do? Chen calmly replies, I simply made sure their deaths weren't meaningless. They're all generals in my undead army now. After everyone leaves the building, the students sigh in relief. Thanks to Mr. Chen, we're finally able to step outside after being trapped for so many days. If it weren't for him, we would have starved to death. Chen answers coldly, Don't misunderstand. I didn't do this as a favor. At the same time, he notices that after absorbing so much energy, he feels much stronger. Maybe I can finally take more artifacts out of my storage space. He opens his spatial storage, but only manages to pull out a single sword. The moment Wang Chu sees it, she asks, Where did that sword come from? I don't know why, but it feels strangely familiar. Her words immediately put Chen on guard. He thinks, her memories must be starting to return. Of course she'd recognize her own sword. Without saying anything else, he tosses the sword to her. Take it. Wang Chu catches it and asks, But I don't even know how to use a sword. Why are you giving it to me? Chen replies, I'm not your servant. I won't always be around to protect you. You'll have to learn to protect yourself. Hearing that, Wang Chu reaches out and grabs the sword. The instant she touches it, fragments of her past memories begin flooding back. Her eyes widen in shock. Master! Before she can say anything else, she collapses unconscious. Seeing Wang Chu faint, Miss Li panics. Chen immediately realizes what happened. She remembered everything. Without hesitation, he orders his snake demon to attack her. Alarmed, Miss Li shouts, Mr. Chen, what are you doing? Ignoring her, Chen tightens the snake demon's grip. Struggling to breathe, Wang Chu cries, Your monster has gone crazy! Please, help me! Chen walks up to her and asks coldly, Tell me the truth. You've recovered your memories, haven't you? Confused, Wang Chu replies, What are you talking about? Miss Li quickly steps forward. Wang Chu is a kind person. She's never harmed anyone. Please don't kill her. Chen thinks carefully. Her reaction earlier proved that some of her memories briefly resurfaced. I need to make absolutely sure. He then uses soul searching to inspect Wang Chu's memories. After looking through her soul, he realizes she actually remembers nothing. Wang Chu nervously asks, Mr. Chen. Without another word, Chen releases her. He calmly says, That sword doesn't suit you. That's probably why my snake demon went out of control. Meanwhile, Wang Chu was just as confused. She can't understand why the word master slipped out of her mouth so naturally. For some reason, Chen now feels strangely familiar to her, far more than before. As they continue walking, Chen thinks, I don't know if this is fate, or another one of Wang Chu's tricks. Either way, I'll uncover the truth. Soon, the group arrives at their destination. Miss Li says, This is my family's property. The last time my father contacted me, he was here. Chen nods. Then let's search the surrounding area first. The students immediately say, We won't be much help inside, so we'll wait outside. Chen replies, I already kept my promise by bringing you here safely. What you do from this point on is your own responsibility. The students instantly become nervous. Teacher Li tells them, Don't wander off. We'll be back within 5 minutes. With that, Chen, Wang Chu, and Miss Li enter the building. Outside, the students quietly whisper among themselves. Chen is terrifying. Sometimes he's even scarier than the monsters. But at least we're safe as long as he's around. Just then, Wang Chu suddenly stops. Something's coming toward us. A group of soldiers appears in the distance. They shout, Run! A huge horde of zombies is heading this way. As they speak, they immediately begin fighting the approaching zombies. Teacher Lee says excitedly, "They're soldiers. They might know where my father is." Chen nods. "In that case, we'll help them first." He immediately sends his undead army into battle. The soldiers freeze in horror when they see a group of powerful zombies charging toward them. "We're finished. We're being attacked from both sides. Forget fighting. Hide." Without hesitation, all of them take cover. Moments later, Chen's zombies charge straight into the enemy horde and begin slaughtering the ordinary zombies. Watching the scene unfold, the soldiers are completely stunned. What is happening? We've never seen zombies fighting each other before. And that battle, it's unbelievably intense. One soldier quickly says, "Before they notice us, we should leave. This isn't a fight we can handle. We need the Espers." Another soldier asks, "Espers? Who are they? Why does everyone respect them so much?" The first soldier replies, "You've never seen an Esper's power. If you had, you wouldn't be asking that question. I once met one, and that single person was stronger than an entire army." The second soldier scoffs. "You're exaggerating. How strong can one person possibly be?" Before anyone can respond, another soldier points ahead and shouts, "Stop arguing and look. Those zombies. They're protecting those 3 people and clearing a path for them." All of the soldiers turn their eyes towards Chen in complete disbelief. The soldiers immediately point their guns at Chen. "Who are you? Answer us, or we'll open fire." Chen completely ignores them. One of the soldiers asks his captain, "Captain, what should we do?" The captain quickly stops him. "Stand down. We can't afford to provoke people like them." He then introduces himself. "My name is Zhang Qing, leader of the rescue team. Are you an Esper sent by the government?" Chen pauses for a moment before asking, "What's an Esper?" One of the soldiers replies, "So you're not an official Esper. You must be an independent one. We need to be careful around someone this powerful." Miss Lee steps forward. "I'm looking for my father, Li Zhenggao." The soldiers are surprised. "Li Zhenggao? We're here to rescue him too. He possesses important information the government desperately needs." Chen asks, "Then where is he now?" The soldiers explain, "He's trapped deep inside zombie territory. We'll have to go much farther in if we want to rescue him." Just then, dozens of zombies smash through the surrounding walls. The soldiers panic. "We're doomed. Unless an expert arrives right now, none of us are getting out alive." Chen calmly says, "Don't worry. Since you're after Li Zhenggao too, I'll keep you alive." With that, his zombies charge into battle and begin slaughtering the incoming horde at incredible speed. The soldiers stare in disbelief. "This guy is unbelievable. Are all Espers this powerful?" The captain shakes his head. "No. If he were officially registered, he'd easily be one of the strongest. The ability to control zombies alone would probably place him at C rank." Suddenly, Wang Chu senses something. "Be careful. A powerful monster is approaching." A terrifying undead creature appears before them and roars, "How dare you enter my territory?" Even the soldiers are intimidated by its overwhelming presence. Chen studies the creature. Peak Foundation realm, but it's completely different from ordinary zombies. It looks like this one also came from my previous world. The undead commander immediately orders over 100 zombies. "Kill every last one of them." Chen smiles to himself. "This undead is intelligent. If I can recruit it, my zombie army will become much smarter, and I won't have to control them personally anymore." The undead laughs. "Looks like today's prey walked right to my doorstep." Meanwhile, Chen has already made up his mind. "You're going to become the commander of my undead army. My forces will be far stronger with you." His zombies immediately launch an attack. The undead was shocked. "You can control undead too? That ability makes you a huge threat to our race, which means you have to die." It unleashes a devastating attack at Chen. Even Chen was surprised. Although the undead is only at the Foundation realm, the techniques it uses possess power comparable to the Golden Core realm. Far away, another figure watches the battle. "What incredible prey. My lord will be delighted once he obtains him. I found someone with abilities similar to mine, and he's only at the Foundation realm." His master immediately replies, "Kill him. Take everything he possesses. If you succeed, you'll be greatly rewarded." Back on the battlefield, the undead's attack closes in on Chen. Wang Chu grabs his hand and says, "If I'm going to die, I'd rather die with you." Chen smiles coldly. "A mere insect dares attack me?" He draws his sword and activates his soul form. In an instant, the undead's weapon is sliced cleanly in half. The undead was horrified. That technique, only gods should be capable of using something like that. Even Captain Zhang Qing was left speechless. "I've never seen an Esper with abilities like these. He may be the strongest Esper alive." Meanwhile, Chen thinks, "The cultivation earlier restored a little of my energy, but I've already used almost all of it." The undead immediately turns to flee. "I provoked the wrong person. I have to escape." Chen coldly replies, "You think escaping from me is that easy?" He unleashes his Phoenix Slash. The undead instantly realizes it has no chance of surviving. He even possesses a divine artifact. "I'm finished." I truly challenged the wrong opponent today. Watching the battle, Wang Chu is stunned. He's unbelievably powerful. He can even summon something like this with his abilities. Su Chen then binds the undead using his soul power. The undead immediately surrenders. Please spare me. I surrender. I was serving a useless brat before, but following an immortal like you is far more rewarding. My future will be much brighter by your side. The system immediately announces, Host, you have recruited a new commander. Your soul banner has advanced to level 4. Su Chen thinks, I consumed too much power during that battle. Even my cultivation has dropped because of it. From inside the soul banner, the undead respectfully says, My lord, I serve you now. Please allow me to help solve your problems. As it speaks, it transfers a portion of its power to Su Chen. The energy allows Su Chen to break through to the next cultivation realm. He smiles. Little by little, I'll regain the strength I once had. Turning back toward the undead, he asks, A moment ago you were trying to kill me, now you're willingly giving me your power? The undead respectfully replies, I serve you now. I'll do everything I can to earn your trust. However, deep inside, it thinks, I know you're an immortal with powerful divine artifacts. As long as I stay by your side, I'll quickly return to my peak strength. Once I do, I'll decide what to do with you then. Wang Chu walks over and asks, Are you alright? You looked badly injured. Su Chen falls into deep thought. Sometimes I wonder, why did Wang Chu and the others kill me in my previous life? He quickly dismisses the thought. It doesn't matter anymore. What's done is done. In this life, I only have one goal, to gather as many space stones as possible and become stronger than ever. He then turns to the soldiers. Take us to Li Zhengyao. As the group moves forward, another massive wave of zombies appears behind them. Su Chen sighs. These zombies are starting to annoy me. At that moment, the undead king steps forward and shouts, Fools! Don't disturb my master. Kneel before him. The moment the zombies hear the command, they immediately clear a path and kneel before Su Chen. The soldiers were left completely stunned. Captain, when you said an Esper could be a one-man army, we didn't believe you. But after seeing this kid's power with our own eyes, we finally understand. Espers are truly monsters. Miss Li silently watches Su Chen. This young man possesses unbelievable abilities. I'm certain he'll become the king of this new era. The scene then shifts to a cultivator's hideout. One of the cultivators was shocked. The undead king was defeated? How is that possible? How could an ordinary human become powerful enough to defeat the undead I sent? He even possesses the divine avatar and the phoenix sword. He narrows his eyes. I think Master has already arrived in that world, and his cultivation is growing rapidly. Before he becomes too powerful, I need to find Senior Sister. He immediately gives an order. I've identified the man who attacked us. No matter what it takes, he must die. Another cultivator confidently replies, Don't worry, the next time we meet him, he won't escape alive. Meanwhile, inside another building, the trapped survivors discuss their situation. What do we do? The entire building is surrounded by zombies. Suddenly, someone rushes in shouting, Boss, your daughter is here to rescue us, and she's brought an incredibly powerful Esper with her. Every zombie outside has already knelt before his strength. Just then, someone launches a surprise attack at Su Chen. The undead king blocks it effortlessly and forces the attacker backward. The newcomer glares at him. Undead king, you're a traitor. You betrayed all of us. The undead king calmly replies, You all know I was the smartest among you. If I chose to switch sides, then I obviously had a good reason. For your own good, you should all acknowledge Master Su as your lord. The blood zombie sneers. Unlike you, we're not traitors. Now watch as we kill both you and your master. Su Chen carefully observes him. A blood zombie. Judging by his aura, he was probably at the nascent soul realm in Everlast. But after coming to this world, his strength has been greatly suppressed. He then looks at Wang Chu and says, Watch closely. The technique I'm about to use is called the Phoenix Blast. Wang Chu was confused. Why do all of these names sound so familiar? Why can't I remember anything? The blood zombie's expression changes the moment he sees the Phoenix sword. He thinks, How could a human from this world possess a divine artifact? The undead king respectfully says, Master, there's no need for you to waste your strength on them. Leave this battle to your servant. I'll deal with them myself. Su Chen nods. Fine, you can kill it. The undead king bows respectfully. Thank you, my lord, for giving me this opportunity. He charges forward and unleashes a devastating attack on the blood zombie. The blood zombie is killed in a single strike. The system immediately announces, Commander defeated. You have gained a large amount of experience points. Su Chen thinks. The last time I recruited the undead king, I leveled up immediately. But this time I didn't. Looks like I'll need even stronger enemies if I want to advance further. He then says, I don't need another zombie. You can absorb its power. The undead king gratefully replies, Thank you, my lord. He absorbs the blood zombie's entire power. Moments later, he smiles. Finally, my cultivation has reached the golden core realm. Now, no matter how many zombies stand before me, I can wipe them out with ease. Everyone watching from the office building is overjoyed. This Esper is incredible. As long as he's here, we'll be safe. Suddenly, a terrifying bone bird swoops down and attacks. The moment Chen sees it, he immediately recognizes its strength. I'm certain this bone bird is at the Golden Core realm. No wonder its aura is far stronger than everyone else's. Still, with my staff, killing it shouldn't be difficult. The survivors begin to panic. If we had escaped before this bird arrived, we might have survived. But now, we're doomed. Wang Chu says, when we were trapped at school, several espers came to rescue us. They wiped out normal zombies effortlessly. But the moment this bone bird appeared, none of them survived even a single second. Miss Li's father encourages everyone. Don't lose hope. I believe this young man can defeat that monster. Far away, a man wearing glasses watches the battle. He smirks. Master has given me so many powerful monsters, yet everyone still thinks I can't kill this brat. Today I'll prove just how capable I really am. The bone bird laughs. Your cultivation is impressive, human. You'll make a delicious meal. It instantly creates several clones of itself and attacks from every direction. The undead king immediately warns Chen. My lord, be careful. The bone bird is Su Hao's trump card. Each clone has a different ability. One attacks with razor-sharp feathers, another uses poison, and the others possess equally deadly techniques. Chen remains calm. They're troublesome, but not enough to threaten me. The real problem is wasting too much energy. He turns toward the undead king. You wanted to fight, didn't you? Go deal with it. The undead king charges one clone, but another immediately ambushes him. At the same time, a third clone rushes straight towards Chen. Chen smiles. You think killing me is that easy? He swings his sword. The bone bird dodges the strike and counterattacks, leaving a deep cut across Chen's arm. Chen immediately realizes the problem. Those sound waves are dangerous. They've reduced both my speed and accuracy. I can't use my soul power either. If I exhaust myself now, I'll die. He takes a deep breath. The only thing I can rely on now is the experience I've gained from countless battles. First, I need to remove the effects of those sound waves. But I need time. He summons all of his zombies, sending them to engage every bone bird clone. One clone still manages to attack him. The bone bird sneers. No matter how hard you try, your weak little warriors will never defeat me. The undead king mocks it. You're supposed to be Su Hao's ultimate trump card. Yet you can't even beat someone like me. Maybe your reputation was exaggerated after all. The bone bird angrily snaps back. Shut your mouth. We may both be at the Golden Core realm, but there's still a massive gap between us. Miss Li struggles to move. That bird's voice is so overwhelming that none of us can even move. I don't know how Chen is still fighting. Meanwhile, the man with glasses thinks to himself, Master underestimated this kid. He said I wouldn't be able to kill him, but I can clearly see he doesn't even have the strength to fight back anymore. Miss Li's father shouts, Don't keep fighting. You still have a chance to escape. Run. Even if I die here, it doesn't matter. My daughter's life is far more important. Chen silently smiles. Do I really have to run from weak monsters like these? At that moment, someone suddenly throws a wooden stick, striking one of the bone bird clones. A young woman steps forward. Your constant screaming is making my ears hurt. Shut your annoying mouth. Everyone was stunned. Finally, it stopped screaming. Wait, who silenced it? Was it Mr. Su? Then they realized the truth. No, it was a girl. Jiangqing smiles. Thanks for the help. The girl replies, we'll talk after the fight. The undead king grins. Finally, that noisy bird shut up. Now this fight will actually be enjoyable. With a single strike, he kills one of the bone bird clones. The remaining clones immediately try to flee. At the same time, Chen kills the poison bird with a single attack. He calmly explains, the screaming bird was the biggest threat. Its sound waves prevented all of us from using our abilities properly. Without it, the remaining clones are weak. Watching everything from afar, Su Hao frowns. How did reinforcements get here? And of all people, it had to be the Queen of Artifacts. He immediately decides, if I want to escape, I'll have to kill every single one of them. One clone nervously asks, what do we do? It doesn't look like we can win this battle. Another replies, we don't have a choice. Master ordered us not to return until they're all dead. Miss Li's father sighs in relief. At least we're finally safe. But just then, two remaining bone bird clones suddenly charge toward him. Miss Li screams, they're going after my father. We have to save him. Chen's expression hardens. He has the information I need. No matter what happens, I can't let him die. The undead king kills one of the attacking birds, but fails to stop the second. The remaining bone bird releases a deadly wave of poison. It laughs. No one will survive this attack. Miss Li cries out in despair. After everything we've done, I still couldn't save my father. Wang Chu quickly grabs her. Miss Li, don't go. That poison will kill you. Watching her father die before her eyes, Miss Li is consumed by overwhelming rage. The Queen of Artifacts immediately realizes what's happening. She's about to awaken, but her body isn't strong enough to handle such terrifying power. If this continues, she'll destroy herself. Chen immediately understands. So she possesses the same awakening ability my disciple once had. Fortunately, I know exactly how to control it. He instantly creates a formation around Miss Li. Her body is overflowing with energy. All I need to do is help her release it safely. Watching from the side, Wang Chu feels strangely uneasy. Why does all of this feel so familiar? It's like I've seen this before. And why do I feel jealous? It feels like Miss Li is receiving something that was originally mine. Moments later, the violent energy inside Miss Li finally calms down. Chen says, "Now try using your new ability. I want you to teach that bird a lesson." The bone bird laughs arrogantly. "You actually think you can kill me? None of you can stop me." Miss Li points at it and declares, "Your wings are broken. You're about to fall to the ground." The moment those words leave her mouth, the bone bird's wings suddenly stop working. It crashes helplessly onto the ground. Everyone was left speechless. Wang Chu stares in disbelief. Everything she said came true. Miss Li smiles. "That's because my ability is called the cursed tongue. Whatever curse I speak becomes reality. I can even alter reality itself. If Mr. Su hadn't helped me, I never would have been able to control this power." Chen calmly orders, "Undead King, finish that bird, then we'll rescue Miss Li's father." The Undead King immediately kills the bone bird. Chen absorbs all of its energy into his staff. Meanwhile, Su Hao couldn't believe what he was seeing. What is happening? How could my bone bird lose? However, he reassures himself. At least Miss Li's father and the others should already be dead. That means my mission wasn't a failure. What he doesn't realize is that our hero is already prepared to ruin his entire plan. The bone bird sighs in defeat. "I never imagined I'd lose to a mere child." The Undead King laughs. "You have no idea how lucky you are. Compared to Su Hao, our new master is far more powerful." Chen steps forward and asks, "Can you absorb the poison you've already released?" The Undead King glares at the bone bird. "How dare you ignore our lord?" The bone bird nervously answers, "Yes. If I absorb the poison back from the victim's body, I can cure them." Without wasting another second, everyone rushes over to Miss Li's father. Miss Li desperately cries, "Please remove all the poison from my dad's body." She tries using her own ability, but instead of removing the poison, she starts coughing up blood. Chen immediately stops her. "Your ability is incredibly powerful, but remember, it consumes a tremendous amount of energy. If you overuse it, you'll seriously injure yourself, or even die. Don't ever do something so reckless again. It could cost you your life." He then turns to the bone bird. "Get to work." The bone bird respectfully replies, "Yes, master. I'll do everything I can to save him." It begins pulling all of the poison out of Miss Li's father's body. After a moment, it says, "The poison remained inside him for too long. I've removed all of it, but I can't guarantee he'll survive." Chen frowns. "He's in a coma. If he doesn't wake up, who will tell me where to find the spirit stones?" Just then, Wang Chu suddenly says, "Master, I can sense those stones." The moment the word leaves her mouth, she freezes. Why did I call him master? Why do I feel like I have some kind of connection with Chen? At that moment, Chen discovers a high-quality spirit stone among Miss Li's father's belongings. He hands it to Wang Chu. "Use its aura and tell me where we can find more like it." After concentrating for a moment, she answers, 19 miles north. If we keep heading that way, we'll find them." Chen nods. "Good. We leave immediately." Miss Li shakes her head. "Mr. Su, I need to stay and take care of my father, so I won't be able to accompany you." Just then, the Queen of Artifacts smiles. "Chen, you haven't forgotten your promise, have you?" Chen casually replies, "You can play with my staff as much as you want." He hands his staff over without hesitation. The Queen of Artifacts was shocked. "Even after knowing my ability, he isn't afraid at all? I can absorb the energy of almost any artifact. Let's see how much I'll gain from this staff." The moment she tries to absorb its power, an overwhelming pressure slams into her. She stumbles backward. Why isn't my ability working? Instead, I suffered a terrifying backlash. Chen calmly explains, "That artifact is far beyond your current level." He then hands her the Phoenix Cry sword. "Try this one instead." The Queen of Artifacts smiles. "I have to admit, your artifacts are extraordinary." She remembers watching Chen defeat the bone bird with that very sword. If his staff is this powerful, then this sword must be incredible too. She confidently attempts to absorb the sword's energy. Instead, she senses a majestic phoenix sealed within it. Her face instantly turns pale. These weapons are unbelievable. One was so powerful I couldn't even touch it, and the other contains a living phoenix. How can an ordinary human possess treasures like these? Meanwhile, Chen smiles to himself. She actually thought she could absorb my weapons. My Phoenix Cry sword is a divine artifact, and my soul banner was granted by the system. Neither of them can be compared to ordinary treasures. The Queen of Artifacts respectfully says, "Mr. Su, your weapons are incredible. I can't absorb even a single one of them." Chen smiles. "If you want, you can travel with me. Since you helped me, every artifact we find along the way will be yours." She immediately agrees. "Deal." Nearby, the captured bone bird asks the undead king, "You used to be such a proud commander. How could you lower yourself to serving this kid?" The undead king laughs. "Once you witness Master's true power, you'll humble yourself even more than I did." He then reports to Chen, "Master, when that girl awakened earlier, I absorbed a portion of her excess energy. You can use it to make another breakthrough." Chen smiles. "Well done, undead king." Using that energy, Chen successfully advances to the advanced foundation realm. He thinks, "Once I reach the golden core realm, I doubt anyone in this world will be able to defeat me." Afterward, Chen turns to Captain John Qing. "Captain, this is where our paths separate." Captain John Qing bows respectfully. "You've already done more than enough for us. From here on, we'll protect Miss Lee and her father." The scene then shifts to a luxurious mansion. The guards panic. "Master, we can't hold them back any longer. There are simply too many zombies." The mansion's owner sighs helplessly. "Our G family spent 100 years becoming the richest family in the world. Now that we've finally reached the top, this apocalypse has destroyed everything. Is there anyone who can save my daughter?" Just then, an Everlast cultivator suddenly appears. With a single attack, he wipes out every zombie in sight. He smiles. "It's been a long time, little Snow." The girl's father looks confused. "Do you know him?" She shakes her head. "No, but for some reason, he feels strangely familiar." The cultivator smiles warmly. "Little Snow, have you already forgotten your senior brother?" As he reminds her of the past, all of her memories come flooding back. Tears fill her eyes as she smiles. "Senior brother, I remember everything now." The cultivator says, "Finally, your memories have returned. Now it's time to deal with our master." He then uses his spiritual energy to create a powerful barrier around her father. Fei Shui says, "Father, I'm leaving now. As long as you stay inside this barrier, you'll be completely safe. No zombie will be able to enter." After walking some distance away, Fei Shui looks around and says, "The spiritual energy in this world is terrible, but I'm confident we'll rule this world sooner or later." The cultivator nods. "You're right, but unless we kill Master first, we won't be able to accomplish anything." She sighs. "My dear Master, why did you have to come to this world? Now we'll have to work hard all over again just to kill you." The cultivator points ahead. "There's a spirit cave nearby. We can obtain spirit stones there. Let's cultivate first, then we'll deal with Master." Meanwhile, Su Hao was feeling defeated. "I've failed every mission. How am I supposed to face Master now? At least, I survived, and that's something. I shouldn't waste time dwelling on my failure." Elsewhere, Chen continues walking calmly. Looking at the struggling survivors around them, Wang Chu asks, "Chen, aren't we going to help those people?" The Queen of Artifacts shakes her head. "You're far too kind. If we stop to save everyone, we'll end up getting ourselves killed." Wang Chu suddenly says, "The cave with the 3 spirit stones is about 10 miles from here." Chen immediately replies, "Then let's hurry. We've already wasted enough time." A moment later, Wang Chu senses something. Several powerful enemies are heading straight toward us. Sure enough, Su Hao arrives with his entire army. He glares at Chen. "You killed 3 of my generals. That was a huge mistake, Chen." The bone bird sneers. Chen has no chance of defeating Master. The undead king immediately fires back. "Idiot, have you forgotten? Chen is our new master, and he'll be the one who wins." Chen summons both of them. "Go, teach your former master a lesson." Su Hao bursts into laughter. "These insects think they can kill me?" Using his genjutsu technique, he traps both of them inside a powerful illusion. The Queen of Artifacts narrows her eyes. There's something strange about his eyes. He's manipulating people's minds. Chen immediately warns everyone. "Close your eyes and cover your ears. If you leave any of your senses exposed, you'll fall into his genjutsu." The Queen of Artifacts steps forward anyway. "I'd like to see how he plans to trap me." Su Hao smirks. "That was your mistake." In an instant, she is caught inside the genjutsu. She begins crying like a frightened child. "Mom, I won't eat anymore." Watching this, Chen thinks, his genjutsu is so realistic that it's almost impossible to distinguish them from reality. There's only one way to beat him: completely block all contact with his illusion. "I'll seal off every sense and every cell in my body so none of his energy can affect me." Su Hao laughs. "If you completely shut yourself off from the outside world, how are you going to fight?" Chen charges forward. "Don't try to teach your father." With a single strike, he annihilates Su Hao's entire army. Su Hao grins. "You killed my soldiers, but how are you going to kill me? Your strength isn't enough." He immediately revives his undead warriors and sends them after Chen. Seeing everyone trapped inside the genjutsu, the undead king shouts, "There's only one way to break this genjutsu. You have to enter it yourself and destroy it from the inside. Even if you kill Su Hao outside, everyone trapped inside the illusion will remain imprisoned forever." After hearing that, Chen intentionally allows himself to be pulled into the illusion. When he opens his eyes, he finds himself back in the past. All of his disciples are sitting in front of him. Su Hao laughs triumphantly. "You were impressive, but in the end, you still fell into my illusion. Now let's see what you're hiding in your memories." As he says that, Su Hao enters Chen's illusion. Inside, he watches Su Chen training his disciples. Su Hao freezes in shock. How is this possible? Su Chen is actually my master's master. If that's true, then why does my master want to kill the very person who taught him everything? What happens next will be revealed in the next episode. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.